Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to handle pop-ups. Let us say what is a pop-up. So I'm just opening one website. Okay. So this is again, I have taken Guru 99 example and see once I click on this click here link, see what is happening. See, there is another browser which is opened immediately. Okay, so within the same browser there is another pop-up which has opened. Now I wanted to perform the operation here. Let us say I wanted to enter abc at the rate of gmail.com, and then I wanted to click on submit button. So this is an example for pop-up window. So what does it mean? So you need to perform the operation. If you click here again, you may get one more window. So we will just see one example and how we are going to achieve this functionality. See, like this, when you click on that, automatically you will be able to see one more. So if you wanted to see one more example, let us say I'll go to google.com, and then if you see, I have an option here to click on Gmail. And once I click on Gmail, okay, it's opening direct email. I don't want to do that. Let me open google.com, and then since it is already included on my email, it might be showing that, but let me open a new email. So let me come out of this so that you will be able to see a different thing. Now if you see, you don't have anything here. Now I'll click on Gmail, and then another account, and see there is a link here, learn more about using guest. Click on this. See how it has opened. This is what we are talking about, pop-up. So if you wanted to handle this kind of pop-up windows, you're going to use this approach whatever we are doing now. So to do this, let's go back to our previous example. So this is my first URL which I have to invoke. So you already know how to do that. Let's go to the Selenium WebDrive Eclipse, and then right click, and then new, and then class. You're going to write example pop-up, pop-ups, pop-up handle, and then public static void main. Click on finish button. I'm just writing the URL, and I'll take the existing script to invoke my browser. So till this point, as you already know, I'm not explaining it again and again. So just copy paste it and replace the URL, and then you will be replacing this thing here. Now what is the next step? So what we have to do is we have to click on the link. So let's go here and click on the links. To do that, you need to identify the element. Right click and then inspect, and then select this and then inspect it, and then you see this, right click and then copy XPath. You can write your XPath, or you can copy paste, whatever the way it works for you. You can make use of it and you can try to identify the XPath. So this is one way of doing it. Or else, so if you wanted to write the exact XPath like how we have learned in our previous sessions, so what are you going to do? You will be writing two forward slashes and then star and then contain. So what is that you are looking for? You are looking for the HR element, right? So you just give it a square bracket here, and then you will be contains, CONTENTAINS, and then you will be writing the parenthesis and then at the rate HREF, and then what is the name it has? Let's go and see. Select this HREF. Yeah, that is what the HREF it has. And then what is the name? Click here, right? So click here, you're going to have. href you have pop-up, right? Not click here. Click here is the text, or else directly we will use link text. So we will do both of them. I'll show you all the examples whatever we have learned. So href consists of what? Pop-up, and then close, and then close the bracket, and then close the square bracket. See, it got identified. So this is one way of identifying the XPath. Or else directly, since it is a link, you can use the link text method also. Link text also, by link text you can use and identify with the click here button. So for now I am going to use this property and then try to identify the window. Let us try and see what is going to happen. Driver dot find element by dot xpath, and then you are going to have the xpath here, and since it is a link you are going to click on it. So hope you all understand what are you going to do with this operation. So what it will do, it will just click on the link and then another browser will come. So let me close this and try to run the program and see what is going to happen. Run the program and see, it will launch the browser and then it will click on the click here link. So that is the first step we have completed. So once you complete the first step, what we are going to do, see, it got launched, and then now it is trying to open the second window, that is your click here. See, a second one also launched. So now what you have to do is you have to provide the input to this. So you cannot directly give, because the main focus of our script is on this. That's the reason you need to change the focus from your main window to this pop-up window. So to do that, you need to understand two methods. One is window handles, and then window handle. What is window handles and what is window handle, we are going to see now. That means window handles is how many total number of windows are open on that particular browser. So if you look at here, how many windows are open now? 1 and 2. So like that, if you have more number of windows here, then those many window handles, the window handles object will store the total number of windows handled here. So what is the window? This is the main window. This is child 1, child 2, child 3. So whenever you have a main window, whatever the windows you are opening after the main window, those are all called child windows. So then window handles will have all the windows which are available, all the open windows. So what are we going to do? So we are going to get the all the windows main window. So first I need to write the main window objects. Let's say main window, I'm defining like this, is equal to driver dot get window handle. So get window handle, its return type is string. That's the reason I have defined it as string. So now generally whatever the main window you wanted to handle, its return type with the WebDriver, you will hold it in the string. So you just define the main window, and after that, so this is for main window. And now what I wanted to do is I wanted to have all my windows, all open windows. When you are going with all open windows, you have to use window handlers, right? Window handles. So when you are doing it for single, get window handle. When you are doing it for multiple, more than one, window handles will come into picture. So there you need to make use of set string, and then I'm defining it as s1, or else you can write whatever the name you want, and driver dot get window handles. This is how you will be declaring the open windows. See here. So if there is anything needs to be corrected, just S will be capital and S1 is declared. Now once you have declared that, so you need to understand this, how are you going to defining this set and then iterator operators. Just go back to our Java tutorials and refer to them. Okay, and iterator means, let us say there are two windows which we have got and we wanted to iterate through. Instead of using for loop, you can use iterator interface directly. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize iterator and then string. As you are holding the value of string, I'll write that my iterator value as iterator 1 is equal, that is my variable, and then the first one we hold it on s1 dot and then iterator. So like this you will be able to iterate and get the values of the iterator. Now if you see, you have to import the properties iterator which is there in the java.util. Just make sure that you are importing the right one. So once you import that, now you need to go to the child window and perform this operation. That is what we are trying to do. So now you are on the main window, and after that you identify the child window and then go and identify this element and then input the value, click on submit and then close the window and then close the main window. That is what we are going to do now. So what we have to do is, to do that, first you need to check how many child windows are opened. We don't know. That means whenever you know the total number of windows which are open, you may go with for loop. But if you don't know, right? It's like based upon your script it has to move further. So that's the reason, if you don't know the number of conditions or number of items iterations needs to be done, at that time we will have to use while loop. While, what is that value we hold? The iterator value, how many times you are getting that value, because today it may be 2, tomorrow it may be 3 also. Dot has next. What does it mean? Whenever it has some value, that means whenever it holds something, then what it is going to do is it is going to assign the item as child element. Child window is equal to that iterator 1 dot next. That means that will hold all the child items. Okay, just practice this couple of times so that you will understand it easily. S is capital. So now once you understand this, now what I'm going to do is, we are going to check whether the first window whatever is there, whether that is main window or not. So if it is not main window, then only I will have to perform the operation. That should be my child window. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to write my if condition. If I'm saying the window whatever I hold here should not be my main window. What does it mean? I'm making use of not equal to. It should not be my if not main window dot equal ignore case of child window. That means I'm trying to compare whatever the window I see, whether that is my child window or the main window. If at all it is not equal to my main window, then only I am trying to switch to my child window. So what does it mean? So you know already switch method in the alerts concept. How are you going to switch? Driver dot switch to dot window dot and then child window. That means now the focus has come to your child window. So now you are going to perform the operation. Where is that element? So you go here, right click and then inspect and see what is the element name. See here, email, the name is email ID. So to do this, what we are going to do, we are going to write driver dot find element by dot name and then within the quotes you just write the name whatever you have captured, and then you are going to write the send method, send keys, and then you will be writing xyz at the rate of gmail.com. So this is the first step, and once that is done, now you need to click on the submit button. So to click on the submit button, you just again go back to the window and then click on this submit button. See, BTN login you're going to take. So just go back, driver dot find element by dot name, so BTN button, and then dot click. So this is how you will be able to perform the operation on the child window. So once you done that, you are going to close the child window, driver dot close. This is very simple method. Okay, so once you close that, again your focus should come back to the main window. So what does it mean? When you close that, you have to complete that should be on the, see, now outside of your if condition. So you are going out of that condition, and then you are going to write driver dot switch to dot main window, window and main window, and then colon. And finally, if you wanted to close the main window also, you can close that. So but I just wanted to show you whether we are there on the main window or not. I just kept that, and now I am going to run the program. I'm just closing all of these and then just clearing this, and now I'll try to run the program. See, so this is what we have written. Now if you run the program, it will execute all of the steps whatever we have performed. So there are a couple of things new which you need to understand here. Window handles, window handle, and then iterator, and then string, set string operate and interfaces also we have seen. So you just need to understand those closely. So for that, if you wanted to refer back to our Java training for the beginner, just go back and see. See, everything got performed. And if you wanted to close the other one also, you can go back and at the end you can write driver dot close. So that is how you will be able to perform the operations on the different pop-ups, which is very important and frequently asked question in all the interviews.